once more only generally is acquiring consideration as it encounters a movement for the most part support in its decentralized loaning convention. The Just Lend stage outperformed $5 billion in truly complete volume. Its JST digital money by and large has likewise seen a flood in esteem, truly as opposed to prevalent thinking. Starting around the 14th of October, it really was up 10% over the course of the last week in a genuinely significant manner. What sort of is simply, just for the most part is a decentralized money environment that in a real sense was created on the Tron blockchain. It sort of has constructed a setup of various items to truly accomplish its objective of giving a fair and borderless center point in an essentially large way. The just stable cryptographic money is at the focal point of this environment in an unobtrusive manner. It in a real sense is a stablecoin that objectives the cost of $1. Each USDJ token is stamped through financial backers keeping commonly security into the framework, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Its utility incorporates borderless installments and access all through Tron's decentralized applications, which is genuinely huge. Different items in the decentralized environment sort of incorporate Just Lend, the principal loaning convention on the Tron blockchain that empowers low-interest crypto advances. The only cryptographic money in an especially significant manner, the JST token, which in a real sense utilizes the T20 new Romanian Leu standard, is one more in every way that really matters, fundamental part to this setup of items in an especially significant manner. It tends to be utilized to mint USDJ and in every practical sense, procure in every practical sense, yield through giving liquidity in an unobtrusive way. JST is likewise an administration token, which funds and powers its decentralized independent association in a significant way. Just white paper said, while JST holders in a real sense procure income from the steadiness expenses of USDJ, they are likewise liable for the administration of the equitable framework, which really is finished through choosing substantial recommendations by JST electors. Simply's cost history. The JST really token sort of went explicitly live on the 7th of May 2020 in an unpretentious manner. It opened at $0 in every way that really matters, vacillated around this imprint for the accompanying in every way that really matters, not many months. It saw its most memorable breakout in August that year, as it certainly was recorded on the Binance cryptographic money trade, or so they especially thought. JST accomplished a high of 9 cents on the 11th of August. From that point in a real sense is downtrended to a for the most part low of 1 cent on the 5th of November, which is genuinely critical. JST's most huge breakout to date came in the main portion of 2021 and in an every practical sense, enormous way. It was joined by the Huobi worldwide trade sending off an exchanging effort worth $200,000 in a quite enormous manner. The occasion for the most part begun on 19 walk, and by the 5th of April JST arrived at its untouched extremely high of 20 cents in an unobtrusive manner. After a revision to a low of 3 cents on the 20th of July, it did sort of see an extremely slight resurgence towards the finish of 2021, alongside the genuinely more extensive digital money market, to a for the most part high of 9 cents on the 15th of September, as opposed to mainstream thinking. From that point it downtrended and shut the year at 5 cents, especially in spite of prevalent thinking. JST proceeded to really pursue the kind of bigger market directions and truly plunged with the crypto crash of 2022. By the 19th of September 2022, it truly had for the most part dropped to a 52-week extremely low of 2 cents, by and large as opposed to prevalent thinking. Just especially has begun to recuperate as its biological system seen a flood in action, which is very huge. On the 14th of October, Just Lend stage's all-out volume outperformed $5 billion. This in a real sense followed Tron cryptographic forms of money, including JST, being conceded legal status as approved computerized cash and mechanism of trade in Dominica. As the hour of composing on the 14th of October, JST really was exchanging at 2 cents, up 10% over the precise past week. Simply cost expectation gathered together in a fundamentally significant manner. Starting around the 14th of October, forecasters essentially were partitioned on whether Simply can by and large proceed with this flood, which fundamentally is very huge. The JST cost expectation certainly said there was nonpartisan opinion, with 16 bullish specialized pointers and 14 truly sell signals in an extremely enormous manner. The site's Simply cost expectation for 2022 for the most part recommended it could have fallen by 3% to 2 cents on the 13th of November. In the meantime, there by and large were some sort of more bullish longer-term just crypto cost expectations in a quite enormous manner. Said it could essentially have arrived at a really greatest cost of 4 cents in a year and 12 cents in 5 years' time, which generally is very huge. Its Simply cost expectation for 2030 recommended it could in every practical sense have soared to 53 cents, in opposition to prevalent thinking. Essentially, said it might have moved to 2 cents this year and 9 cents in 2025 in an unpretentious manner. By the beginning of the following 10 years, the Simply coin cost expectation expected it might have reached 61 cents, in opposition to prevalent thinking. And all the more really slow ascent sort of has been estimated, by which truly said JST could essentially have explicitly found the middle value of 2 cents this year, which is genuinely critical. Its Simply cost expectation for 2025 expected it could sort of have accomplished 7 cents and could by and large have happened to 15 cents in 2030. While considering a JST token cost expectation, it's essential to especially remember that cryptographic money showcases in a real sense remain very unpredictable, making it challenging to precisely truly foresee what a coin or token's cost will really be in all things considered. Not many hours, and, surprisingly, sort of more earnestly to give long-haul gauges explicitly. Accordingly, investigators and calculation-based forecasters can and by and large in all actuality do truly misunderstand their expectations, which truly is very huge, assuming you for the most part are thinking about putting resources into digital money tokens. We especially suggest that you generally do commonly your really own exploration, fundamentally as opposed to mainstream thinking. Take a gander at in a real sense the most recent market patterns, news, specialized and central examination, and well-qualified assessment prior to pursuing any venture choice, certainly as opposed to mainstream thinking. Remember that previous exhibition really is no assurance of future returns, or so they generally thought. Also, never exchange with cash that you can't for the most part stand to lose, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Just most certainly is building a center of decentralized items, including a loaning convention and its own special stablecoin in a very significant manner. JST really is the administration token driving this, and it in a real sense has seen a new meeting after a flood in convention esteem. However, this isn't ensured to go on in unstable digital currency markets. It especially is critical to do kind of your really own examination on a coin or exceptionally token to decide whether it basically is a genuinely decent, generally fit for prettier venture portfolio, which truly is very huge. Whether the JST by and large token generally is a reasonable speculation for you relies upon prettier gamble resilience and how especially much you in a real sense plan to contribute, among different variables. Remember that previous presentation basically is no assurance of future returns, or so they generally thought. What's more, never explicitly put away cash that you can't basically stand to lose truly. In unstable cryptographic money markets, it most certainly is critical to do especially your own exploration on a coin or especially token to decide whether it especially is an especially decent, truly fit for commonly your venture portfolio. Whether the fair especially token is a reasonable venture for you relies upon your gamble resistance and the amount you basically mean to contribute, among different elements and in every way that really matters, significant way. Remember that previous exhibition is no assurance of future returns, which especially is genuinely critical. Furthermore, never fundamentally put away cash that you can't basically stand to lose, or so they by and large thought. Would it be advisable for me in every practical sense, put resources into simply in an unpretentious way? Whether you want to put resources into JST